What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to Polar's Wrath. My name is JD, and today we're continuing with our series of figuring who the best electric-type Pokemon is in Pokemon Blue. We've played through with 3 Pokemon so far, Zapdos, Magneton, and last week we played through with Jolteon. Recommend you check them out. Today we're going to continue with this series and play through with Electabuzz, the electric Pokemon. Let's go over and look at the stats of this Pokemon real quick. HP 65, Attack is 83, Defense is 57, Special is 85, and Speed is 105. So we are a balanced attacker with low defense, very good speed, and very meh HP. Let's go look at the level up moveset for this Pokemon. We're only going to use 2 moves, Quick Attack and Leer. The rest of these moves I'll go over real quick, but we're not going to use them. Thunder Shock, Screech, Thunder Punch, Light Screen, and Thunder. The reason why we're not going to use this Pokemon is skewed towards the end of the game where you're going to get it, so all of its moves are skewed that way. So at level 34 we get Thunder Shock, or way before that we're going to get a different electric move. It makes the rest of these electric moves obsolete. Here's our TM moveset for this Pokemon. Mega Punch will get used, Mega Kick will not, Toxic will not. Body Slam will definitely be used. It's definitely an upgrade over Mega Punch when we have it. We're not going to use Takedown, Double Edge, Hyper Beam. Both of them are pretty good. Submission and Counter we're not going to use, but we will use Seismic Toss. That'll be very helpful in this playthrough. We're also going to use, I'm not going to use Rage. Thunderbolt makes it so we don't need to use the rest of those moves. And we also get access to Psychic. This is a huge advantage for Electabuzz because a lot of the electric Pokemon really have a disadvantage when it comes to facing ground-type Pokemon, but with Psychic we can counter that. Like, I will go back and talk about Thunderbolt real quick. Thunderbolt, the reason why it's so beneficial is it's way more powerful than Thunder Shock. It's more powerful than Thunder Punch. We get both of those via level up, and it's way more accurate than Thunder. Thunder is 70% accurate. It's very powerful, but it's only 70% accurate, so we're not going to use that move. And we're not going to really use any other moves further down this list. Mimic is the only move on here I think we'll consider. Everything else will not be used. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this Pokemon. Our first battle is against our rival, as per tradition. We named myself JD, because my name is JD. We named our rival Lycan Sub. Our Pokemon is named Shazam. If you've ever seen the movie, it's a pretty solid movie. Pretty good superhero. Shazam. I love it. And we're going to go ahead and face Bulbasaur. He growled us a couple times. Unless we get a critical hit, we're not going to do a lot of damage with Quick Attack, but we do enough to win, get the win over our rival. And that leads us right into our next battle, which will be in the Bug Forest. We're going to grab an antidote real quick, and we're going to go face this trainer right here. We did pre-level a little bit, so what we did was we grind a little bit and got to level 9. We have to get to a high level to get through Brock. So one of the only downsides of this Pokemon, one of the few downsides I should say, maybe not the only one, is this Pokemon only has Quick Attack and Leer, and our first gym is Brock. Brock is a ground-type trainer, so even if we add electric move, we can't use it, but we only have normal moves, and Brock is resistant to normal moves, it's completely immune to electric moves. So this Pokemon does not have an advantage here. We guys got to get through the early part of the game and get to a good enough level where Quick Attack and Leer are viable to get through Brock. And as we beat this bug catcher, we're going to do Quick Attack will be a 2-shot on this Weedle, very good. And we get the win, and it leaves us with one more bug in the forest, and that is this guy with the level 9 Weedle. So we're going to beat the level 9 Weedle. Now we do have a decent amount of critical hits with this Pokemon. We do have a 20% critical hit rate. It goes off our speed in Generation 1. I don't know if you know that. But critical hits go off your speed, unless you have a move that like it's designed to critical hit a lot. And that leads us right into our next battle against our rival. Our rival's going to come out with a Pidgey. And now electric move right now would make this battle completely obsolete. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video. If you didn't see my last video, I will be doing a Let's Play next week of Electabuzz, but with his Generation 2 moveset, so that's pretty exciting because that gives us a lot of extra things with this Pokemon we're not having right now. This battle I should say, is just a battle of attrition. We've got to outpace, and 2 sand attacks is costing us from hitting. So this battle can get way more interesting than it has to be, but we do outpace the Bulbasaur's Leech Seed. We win and move right on to the next battle in Brock's gym against the Million Light Years trainer. Million Light Years trainer is going to come out with a Diglett, and we're going to go for Quick Attack. It's going to be, looks like a 3-shot, unless we critical hit. Very good. Critical hits are nice. And then we level up, and we're going to go for Leer on the Sandshrew. The same issue we had with the Pidgey could be the same issue here, where we can get Sand Attack, and we might not win that battle. We might miss a lot, but we're going to come back at level 17 and face Brock. Brock's going to lead out with a Geodude, Wakanda forever. And Geodude's going to come out, and we're going to go for Quick Attack. We're not going to go to lower its defense. We're not going to do that. If you go to lower its defense, it's just going to go for Defense Curl and counter it, and so you're just wasting your time. So just go for Quick Attack. You're going to get a couple critical hits here and there, and you're going to outpace it. And as long as you get through this with about half your health, you're going to do just fine. Onix is next. Now, if Onix just went for Tackle, we could probably win pretty easy. But we're going to go for Quick Attack, and then when it goes for Bide, we're going to go for Leer. Bide will take the next 3 moves that we do and all the damage we accumulate on those moves and deal it back to us double. So when that happens, we go for Leer, a non-damaging move, and we very easily knock out Onix. We beat Brock, we beat him pretty easy. We'll Kanto forever, and it leads us right into Mount Moon, where we're going to grab this. That's TM1. TM1 is Mega Punch. We're going to add it to our moveset. So now we have Quick Attack, Leer, and Mega Punch. Again, not another electric move. This is one of the downsides of this Pokemon, is your best, your asset, your stab stuff isn't available until you beat the 3rd gym with this Pokemon, unless you get level 34, which we're not going to get to level 34. But we obliterate this, the super duper nerd. We take his fossil. All hell with Dome Fossil. And if I didn't tell you, I knew you're gonna ask. Actually, now I'm gonna go ahead and ask. Comments for YouTube algorithm. Shout out to him with Dry Bread, and that leads us right into our 3rd rival battle on Nugget Bridge. He's gonna lead out with a Pidgeotto. Again, no electric moves, so this battle can go off the rails because Mega Punch isn't gonna be a one-shot. We can also get Sand Attack there. Mega Punch is not super accurate. It's 85% accurate, and I know that seems like it's a lot, but in Pokemon, it seems like it's they moves that aren't 100% accurate seem like they're 50% accurate sometimes because they don't hit a lot. But we get a pretty easy win over our rival. We're going to do. I usually don't show this right now, this trainer. I don't usually show the battle, but it's pretty important that we show what happens next because this is going to help us immensely with Misty. So we can knock out the Ekans here. This battle is inconsequential. That's not why I showed you, but we get TM19, which is Seismic Toss. Seismic Toss will do 1 damage per level. We're at level 25, and so now we're going to go ahead and face Misty. Staryu comes out. In the top right corner, if you look at the Pokemon in the top right corner, HP is 41. So that means 2 hits from our Seismic Toss will knock this Pokemon out, like without any issues, even if it goes for X Defend. And in the same breath, if you look at Starmie only has 59 HP, so that'll be a 3-hit knockout. Now, could we possibly get like a Mega Punch, like crit or something, and make it less turns? Yeah. But she's not going to go for, she's not going to do too much damage to us. We have decent special. We get a 3-hit knockout on the Starmie, get a pretty easy win, pretty convincing win over Misty. And that leads us right into our next battle, which is against this trainer, which is not consequential. It's inconsequential. What matters with this is that we get this TM right here, TM08, which is Body Slam. And that leads us right into our next rival battle. Rival's going to come out with a Pidgeotto. We do have a better move than Mega Punch. Mega Punch is wildly inaccurate, like I said. So that's why we want this move. Body Slam will 2-shot. Well, combination of Body Slam, Quick Attack will 2-shot the Pidgeotto. 1-shot to Eradicate. Kadabra should go down to 1 as well, and Ivysaur. I don't think Ivysaur is going to be a 1-shot. Nope, it'll be a 2-shot though. It does growl us, doesn't do really anything to us at all. We win and go right into our battle against Lieutenant Surge, where we get a massive upgrade on our moveset after we beat this guy. So the Surge comes out, Voltorb comes out, and we're going for Body Slam on the Voltorb for 1-shot. Pikachu comes out, Body Slam for 1-shot. And Raichu comes out, Body Slam. It's going to be a 2-shot, and we get the win over Lieutenant Surge. Huge upgrade on our moveset. And that leads us right into our battle against Boomer the Hiker. Now, Thunderbolt is completely unusable in this battle, so same thing we're going to do here, just like we did with Misty. If you look at the top right corner, HP is 51, we are at level 30, so 2 hits of this will do 60 damage. So that means we could 2-hit his entire team. The only thing we got to worry about here is you don't want him to go for Self-Destruct. Self-Destruct would do a lot of damage. Rock Throw would do a lot as well, but we're more worried about Self-Destruct because it could like just obliterate us. So we 2-hit everything. We win and go right on to Celadon City. In Celadon City, we run a few errands, but then we go right into the Rocket Game Corner. We're going to face this grunt right here. He's inconsequential. The things we did here, so we grab a PP up, that's one of them. We grab a Psychic, we grab Fly, a bunch of those. But Psychic is a huge upgrade on this Pokemon. Like I said in the intro, Psychic is a huge advantage to this Pokemon because, like, for example, look at this Giovanni fight. He has 2 rock Pokemon that we would have to use Body Slam or Seismic Toss, which wouldn't do bad, to be honest. But Psychic 1-shots the Onix, and it's going to 1-shot the Rhyhorn. Very easy, super easy, barely an inconvenience. And Thunderbolt will obliterate Kangaskhan. We beat Giovanni, he lays an egg, and we're going to go ahead and grab that in a Super Potion and head right into Pokemon Tower. This also makes Pokemon Tower pretty obsolete, having Psychic, because all the ghosts are weak to Psychic moves. Thunderbolt on the Pidgeotto, very good. Thunderbolt on the Gyarados, very good. Thunderbolt should also 1-shot the Growlithe, and we're not going to learn Thunder Shock. This is the reason why we grabbed Thunderbolt. And right now we're just at level 34. So imagine being at level 34 but having to go all the way back and face Misty. That's why we didn't do that. We obliterate our rival's entire team in Pokemon Tower and move right into our next battle, which is against our rival in Silphco. We decided to go this route. It was a risk. We are kind of a lower level. However, Thunderbolt is effective against 3 of his Pokemon pretty well, and we have Psychic and Body Slam for the other 2. Pidgeot, is a 1-shot. Gyarados is a 1-shot. We're not going to learn Screech. Thunderbolt is a 2-shot on the Growlithe, but it just goes for a potion. We knock it out. We have 2 Pokemon left with full health. Body Slam on the Alakazam. It looks like it's going to be... It would have been a 2-shot if we want to heal, but we eventually do knock it out. Full health on the Venusaur. Psychic looks like it's about a 2-shot, and we lose a little bit of health. Oh, we get a critical hit done to us. Not a big deal. We still get the win. We level up, and we beat our rival. That leads us right into our next battle, which is against Giovanni number 2. Giovanni, and he leads out with a Nidorino. There we go. And Psychic will one-shot the Nidorino. Kangaskhan should get one-shot by Thunderbolt. No, not a one-shot. He survives. He does crit on that Comet Punch. That could have been bad if he hit 5 times. But Psychic on the Rhyhorn is a 2-shot. I mean, that doesn't sound like the greatest thing, but it's better than it being a 3 or 4 or 5 shot because he gets a lot of chances to hit us. And Nidoqueen goes down to 2 Psychics. We win and go right into our next battle against Gym Leader Sabrina and her whip. She leads out with a Kadabra. We have good physical moves, so Body Slam will one-shot the Kadabra. It'll 2-shot Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime's got a little bit more bulk than Kadabra. He's got 20 more bulk to be exact. And Body Slam on the Venomoth. Venomoth's scary because it can poison us and paralyze us, but we get the knockout on the Venomoth, and we 2-shot the Alakazam. Pretty easy win over Sabrina and her whip, and move right into our next battle, which is against Erica. Now, we foregoed and kind of passed the buck on this for a while, just because we want to make sure this is just a very clean battle. Psychic one-shots Victory Bell. Psychic does not one-shot Tangela. It's not poison type like the other two, and then one-shot on the Vileplume. So very quick, very easy win. And with that, we're going to transition into Koga's gym. And Koga, we're going to Super Sim everything, boom. And then Koga, we're going to take him on. We also didn't want to face Koga too early because Psychic may not one-shot a lot of its Pokemon. So Coughing comes out, Psychic one-shots the Coughing, very good. Muck, I don't anticipate being a one-shot unless we crit. Okay, so we do get Poison. Poison's not the worst thing ever. Because now it's not the worst thing ever. If we knock things out, we don't take a lot of damage from it. The worst thing that can happen here is the Weezing could explode. But it does not. We get a 2-hit knockout on the Weezing. Very easy battle against Koga, and that leads us right into Blaine. Blaine is the Fire Gym Leader, and he's going to lead out with a Growlithe. Now, Growlithe usually isn't a risk here, because Growlithe likes to go for a Potion retroactively, so we get the knockout. We also could have mimicked Agility here if we really wanted to increase our stats, but we're going for Special anyway, so that wouldn't help anything. So pretty much every trainer or every Pokemon in this battle seems to be like a 2-shot, except for Arcanine. Arcanine's a 3-shot, but we get a pretty easy win. Don't even take a lick of damage, do we? No, we don't. And that leads us right into Giovanni. Now, this is where a lot of electric Pokemon struggle, because they don't have a way to counter all these ground-type Pokemon. But with this Pokemon, we have Psychic, which is a huge advantage. Body Slam 2-shots to Dugtrio. Nidoqueen comes out, Psychic on the Nidoqueen is a 2-shot, very good. Nidoking comes out, is it a 2-shot? It is as well. Both of them will survive. We're not Psychic, so we're not getting an extra boost in that. And then Psychic looks like it's going to be a 3-shot. Very good on the Rhydon. So we beat Giovanni number 3. We're done with him. Last Gym Leader. And that leads us right into our final battle of the game before we make it to Lead 4. And that is against rival number 7. He's going to lead out with a Pidgeot. Pidgeot's going to go down to a 1 Thunderbolt. Nope, actually we're going to Mimic. We're going to Mimic Agility. 1. Agility 2. We get critical hit, so we're taking some damage here on some unfortunate damage. Goes for Whirlwind because he's stupid. And we Thunderbolt and knock out the first, the Pidgeot. We Psychic the Rhyhorn. We Thunderbolt the Gyarados. We're going to go ahead and go for Body Slam on the Growlithe. Could have gone for Thunderbolt. Would have done the same thing. But we need to do Body Slam on the Alakazam anyway. So we've got 66 health going into, 69. Very nice health. We will not learn Light Screen. It's not very useful for this playthrough. Then we're going to go for Psychic on the Venusaur. Now, that level up meant we just lost all of our badge boosts, but we get the win over our rival. We are now at the Indigo Plateau, and we're about to head in and take on the Elite Four. Before we do, we look at our stats and our moves real quick before we head in. Attack is 150, defense is 119, speed is 177, special is 153. Now, this is our out-of-battle stats. When we go in battle, these badges are applied in the bottom left corner, and that boosts our stats a little bit. Attack's 168, defense 133, speed is 199, and special is 172. Our move pool for this Pokemon, we have Hyper Beam that replaced Body Slam. We have Thunderbolt. It's our go-to bread and butter. Psychic is for type diversity, or move diversity, I should say. And Mimic will help us mimic a move to pretty much badge boost, maybe heal. That's the only 2 options I really ever do that. So let's go ahead and take on the first member of the Elite Four, which is Lorelei, the Ice Specialist. She's going to lead out with a Dugong-Gong-Gong. Dugong-Gong-Gong will go down to 1 Thunderbolt as soon as we moves around a little bit. There we go. Thunderbolt's a 1-shot on the Dugong. 1-shot on the Cloyster. Now, I don't know if we needed the badge boost here, but I went ahead and mimicked Amnesia. Now, you can set up really well with Amnesia. Amnesia is probably one of the best setup moves you can get in the game. That and Swords Dance, to me, Swords Dance is better, but Amnesia is very good. 1-shot on, or knock out the Slowbro, 1-shot on the Jinx, and 1-shot on the Lapras. So, pretty easy win over Lorelei. And we're going to move right into the next battle against Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno very much. He's kind of a lonely hiker, just stumbled in the Elite Four, and they just took him in. But we're going to go ahead and sweep this entire team. Psychic number 1, 1-shot. 2-shot. Is Hitmonlee a one-shot? It is a one-shot. Onix is a one-shot? It is a one-shot. And Machamp usually isn't a one-shot, but we do critical hit right here, so we get 5 one-hit knockouts on this team. 5 Okos, as they say, and move right into Hagatha. Hagatha has her team of ghosts and poison-type Pokemon. She can confuse you, paralyze you, put you to sleep, and... what's the other one? Paralyze you. There you go. Alright, yeah. Confuse you, paralyze you, put you to sleep, and poison you. There we go. But we're going to two-shot the Gengar. We're going to one-shot the Golbat. We're going to one-shot the Haunter. Arbok will go down to 1 Psychic as well. Very easy knockout. And the last Pokemon, Gengar, will be a one-shot with a critical hit. That definitely mattered. I don't think we would have one-shot without that critical hit, but that leads us right into our next battle against Lance, the Dragon Master. He leads out with a Gyarados, who's not a dragon, but he does have Dragon Rage, so I guess it counts. Thunderbolt on the Gyarados, very good. We're going to go ahead and mimic Agility on the Dragonair. We're going to mimic Agility. He just went for Hyper Beam, so we get at least 2 turns of setup. Then we get a third turn, and with 70 hit points, we're going to go ahead and go for the sweep. One shot on the first Dragonite. One shot with Psychic. Don't know if the critical hit mattered there. And we're going to go for Thunderbolt on Aerodactyl, so that leaves 1 Pokemon left, and that is Dragonite. Hyper Beam is not a one-shot, but it just goes for Barrier, and we hit the knockout with Psychic. Very good. We beat Lance and leads us right into our final battle of the game, the champion, our rival, number 8. Our last battle, our rival, Lycansub. He's going to lead out with a Pidgeot. Pidgeot will go down to 1 Thunderbolt. Very good. Alakazam comes out. We're going to go ahead and mimic, recover from Alakazam. Very good. He's going to go for Reflect. We're going to go for Hyper Beam. It's not going to knock him out. He's going to go for Recover, and this is going to be a really tricky battle here. Because his Psychic is up, his Reflect is up, we went for Thunderbolt. We get the 3-hit knockout with Thunderbolt. Very good. We go for Recover, and what we want Rhydon to do, which in the last few playthroughs I've had, he has not done this. We want him to go for like Tail Whip, just like that. So now he is lowering our defense, which is already pretty low, but he's also upping our other stats when he lowers our defense. So we one-shot the Gyarados, we one-shot the Arcanine. I highly doubt it. We do one-shot a critical hit. Don't know if that mattered. Probably mattered. Definitely mattered. Psychic on the Venusaur. Mega Drain doesn't do squat to us. 2-hit knockout with Psychic. We beat our rival, and we beat the game at 53 minutes and 52 seconds. We get our time locked in with the Elite Four, and boom, right there. Pretty decent time. In-game time, I don't really count that. That's not something that's consequential to me. It's inconsequential, to be honest. But our time is 53 minutes and 52 seconds. Yeah, almost 53 seconds. Almost 53:53. It was very close to 53:53. That would have been pretty symmetrical. Take no resets. That means in the second playthrough, I need to be a little more risky. And try to have a faster run. But we in the game at level 65. I think we could have been probably level 63, maybe even as low as 60 to win this game. But let's go ahead and look at the tier list, and we'll see where we rank here. So with that being said, 53 minutes and 52 seconds puts the Electabuzz right smack dab in the B tier, right in between Pinsir and Dragonite. So don't know if you've seen the video I did on Wednesday, but I did a couple of redos on some Pokemon where they didn't have a second playthrough done, so I went ahead and did a playthrough, and a couple Pokemon moved around. We did 3 Pokemon on Wednesday. The first Pokemon was Dragonite, and Dragonite moved up a little bit and stayed in the same tier, but moved around a little bit, so good for him. Got him in a better spot, and I don't think he can get too much better, but maybe that'll be a thing for the future. And then a couple other Pokemon got moved around as well. Gengar and Charizard both moved into their respective places right now. They were in the sub 50, the A tier, but they both moved into the S tier. And that will leave our Pokemon. That's it. That's it right there. Electabuzz lands smack dab in the sub 55 run. Do I think I can get this Pokemon under 50 minutes? I think I can. I think I can definitely shave off like 4 or 5 minutes of this Pokemon. I got 3 Pokemon that are electric types in the sub 55 tier. My prediction was wrong. I thought Jolteon would be faster. I mean, it could still be faster. I have one more run to do. But I think Electabuzz, based on what I've seen, if we can just find a way to get by Brock a little bit faster, Electabuzz will be super fast. If I can just find a way to get by Brock, and that's the big problem with this Pokemon, is a lot of these electric Pokemon have no way to get by Brock easy. Zapdos was able to get by pretty easy when it came to Brock, and so did Magneton, because they both had moves that could hit him. Electabuzz and Jolteon both had Quick Attack. That was their only really go-to move to get by Brock. And the next Pokemon is actually going to get by Brock pretty fast, but I don't think the rest of the game is going to be pretty good, and that's Electrode. That playthrough will be next week, next Friday. Next Wednesday, we're going to do a what-if scenario. What if Electabuzz had his moveset from Generation 2? Like, we got Electabuzz from Gen 1, level 5, and we traded it back to Generation 1. How good would this Pokemon do? There's a lot of things about this. Thunder Punch really is going to fix up one of the problems early, which is Silk Rock. However, having Thunder Punch is going to make the rest of the game super fast, and you can go pretty much min battles after that. At least I think so. Tune in next Wednesday for a What If Wednesday of Electabuzz, Generation 2 and Generation 1. without further ado, that's my video. Thank you all for watching. We should have other videos on this channel coming out as well. Heroes of Might and Magic. Let me know what you think. Have a good one, and see you.